This is D&J Drives. It is now 3:11 p.m. on the 1st of July 2024. This is the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, and the all clear was given in Barbados just about an hour ago. So obviously this is an unscripted, we're starting from the Grantley Adams Airport, and this is an unscripted and unplanned drive. And it's a bit different today in that my son and I, we have 3 passengers who wanted to come with us. We decided to start from the airport because for the first time, well, in many years, the Barbados airport, the Grantley Adams International Airport, was closed. So we want to see what's, okay, this is blunder number 1. There's a barricade there preventing us from entering the airport. So the Grantley Adams International Airport was closed due to the passage of the hurricane, and we'll just circle the roundabout at Spencer's so that you can see a bit of a ghost town and the barricade. There's the security watching us. So the Grantley Adams International Airport is closed, and we started here because we understand from different videos that there was some minor damage. So we'll make our way along the ABC highway, and this drive will be somewhat different given that 1, we have passengers, and 2, we have no idea where we're going or what roads will be accessible. So here we go. So the first thing is the sign on the Tom Adams roundabout is flat, and all of the landscaping seems to have been uprooted. So this is, a lot of Bajans like to say that God is a Bajan. So let's examine that as we make our way down the ABC highway. The hurricane was approaching Barbados as a category 3 and then 5, and then just before it reached Barbados it went to a 4 and then a 5 again, and then it went south, and while it was south it started to weaken, and as it passed Barbados it strengthened. So we have a few friends who are now resolved that God is indeed a Bajan. So we have to wait and see what it does to St. Vincent and Grenada over the next few hours. So far the road is clear. We're passing the villages at Coverley. They were just on the TV. Someone called in to say that they have no electricity. Most of the country had no water because the Barbados Water Authority closed down all water services at 7:30 to preserve the infrastructure from any lightning strikes or power surges, and they are in the process of restoring water. So different communities have called in to report that their water is back. No real signs of a hurricane except for these few leaves here that you can see on the left. We had very, very strong winds from 2:30 this morning. I've never heard anything so violent. Thought the windows were going to break, but alas, they didn't. The road is very clean, and that's probably in indicative of the government's efforts at cleaning the drains and cutting trees along the highway, so the aftermath isn't too bad. From what we can see so far, this is somewhat anticlimactic because there's nothing major to report. Just a few branches, as you can see. But there are strong winds. So we will just lower the windows for a while for you to get a sense of what it sounds like. Going down our favorite road, which is very bumpy, and it usually distorts the audio with all these bumps, so we'll see how it plays out now. All viewers should probably remember this road, which we've covered many times. This is the road that leads into Oistins via Oistins Hill, and we always refer to it as Highway T. Many parts of Barbados had rain, but from what we understand, the south coast took the most licks. So we want to start, well, we tried at the airport, but we didn't capture anything. So we want to go to Oistins next. Signs of a major hurricane passing up to this point, and we are almost 10 minutes into the video. Look ahead there, you can see how rough the sea is. We'll just pause here as we approach Oistins Hill so that you can capture an image of the sea. So we just stopped also to let any traffic behind us pass so that we could slow it right down. You can see the sea is very rough out there, and some sort of emergency vehicles are coming up. So this is the road for Gall Hill, on the sign for Gall Hill rotated. attention to the sea out there. As we get closer, hopefully you will see what we can see. And as usual, we highlight the wall for Christchurch Foundation School, just in case anybody is seeing our video for the first time, just to give you a context of the location. And we're about to decline. This is Oystins Hill. Wow, and the sea is really rough. Let's hope we can get close to it. Take it through the car park this time, since we usually take this hill and show you the Barinda Cox Fish Market. Let's go through the new fancy car park. These tents here have been stripped and turned over. Oh boy, bad decision, because we can't pass here. Wow. Okay, well, we expected to encounter some blockages, so we have to go to plan B, but just want you to see the ocean out there. Look at how rough it is. If you look to the left of the camera, there's a green sign. You can look behind there and see how rough the water is, as well as to the right of the camera, just below that tree. So we can't enter Highway 7 through the car park in Oystins because there's too much debris. So we'll try somewhere else. This is behind KFC. KFC Oystins. Back onto Oystins Hill, well, at least the foot of it. We are in Oystins proper. All our viewers should be familiar with this area. So here we are, the Barinda Cox Fish Market as usual. Gas station is closed. Obviously all of the food vendors. Wow. After all of the work that was done to repair the Bay Garden, it has taken a beating. Well, the hurricane was to the south of Barbados, and this is the South Coast Main Road, Highway 7. There are skips that got blown onto the highway, onto the road, on a boat it looks like. This is major. Just turn here to give you a view of the damage to the main Bay Garden area. Various people out there recording the damage and looking at the sea. You can see it for yourself how rough the sea is. So let's try somewhere else. So we continue along Highway 7. Exiting Oistins, you can see all of the debris on the... Oh, I don't think we can pass here. The boatyard is taken a beating. We should have turned the camera to the left. So much debris here, broken trees and rocks and mud. I want to turn so that you can see the sea from here. Take a look at that. It seems as if the jetty is gone. That's some rough water out there. Very, very rough. This is a rail test for a Mazda 3. I don't think this vehicle has ever, in all its years, driven on anything like this. Oh, there's a broken wall behind there. Wow, this is rough. Through this. this is rough. All of these homes on the south coast of Barbados have seen better days. Look at this one here with all the pots thrown over. Unfortunately, the camera is not going to pick up most of what we can see. But this is sand that came through. Wow, what looks like a collapsed wall. Oh, it seems someone else has our idea that vehicle was also recording, so we may show up in someone's video. I've never seen such rough water on the south coast. You can't even see the horizon because it's so choppy. There's so much sea just spraying as we pass the IDB headquarters in Welsh's Christchurch. We are driving along Highway 7, Welsh's Christchurch, and you can see how misty out there is. So there's sand again all on this piece of road, stretch of road. All the leaves from these trees, power lines are down there. Okay, this area is much cleaner, but this is more inland as we have moved away from the coast, even though this is still the coast road. But we will turn into Dover to get back to beachfront. Entering Dover now, and hopefully we'll pick up some more signs of this Hurricane Beryl. there's a lot of water out here now. This is about the Dover Hotel. Dover Beach Hotel. So once more, the southern parts. Oh, there's a pool in there. Taking a turn for you to see what's going on down there, but we won't venture too far into that water. All of the roads to the left have significant water coming up, like miniature pools, plunge pools almost. This is the end of Dover, and this vehicle is exiting St. Lawrence Gap, which is one way, so we can't venture in there. And there are many tourists. Unfortunately, Barbados just hosted the T20 World Cup final, so there were thousands of visitors in Barbados, and many of them try to get out before the arrival of Beryl. Of course, it didn't hit as badly as some expected. We saw a video coming out of Trinidad where someone was saying that Beryl didn't come, but she sent her granddaughter because the effect wasn't as bad. So that was funny in some ways. Clean road here. So we'll check out St. Lawrence Gap to see if there's anything remarkable. So this is St. Lawrence Gap, Christchurch, and of course there is a small boat turned over there. Wow. So we just reverse to get a closer view here. This is some rough water coming all up to the road itself. Primo Restaurant, the wall for Primo Restaurant It appears the water is getting into the restaurant itself. The sea looks very angry. Look to the left of the camera, this yard is flooded. Lots of sand. Yes, we confirm the floor of the Primo restaurant is covered with seawater. I almost feel as if we could be working for the TV station, reporting from St. Lawrence Gap. This is D&J Drives. Oh, wow, that tree is broken. Palm tree along St. Lawrence Gap uprooted. And of course the poor tourists are here, probably walking around to find somewhere for lunch or whatever. So we are on St. Lawrence Gap, right behind DV Southwinds Hotel, and to the right of us is the hotels that have beachfront. That's St. Lawrence Gap. We'll just continue for a little bit longer along the south coast, aka Highway 7, and see what we can discover. So we just passed here. This is the Dover area again, and we'll just let these cars pass so that we can move slowly. Okay, so we continue. We're driving as slowly as possible to capture the damage or evidence of Hurricane Beryl. So we have to let the vehicles behind us pass. There's definitely a lot of water on the ground, but some good maintenance took place because the trees were trimmed, drains were cleared, so we haven't heard too many reports of flooding, and clearly there's not that much damage on the inland side. Ahead of us you can see a Barbados light and power truck. They have been working around the clock to restore power in affected areas. And other than all of the leaves on the side of the road here, everything seems to be okay on this side. But of course there are reports of damage to homes and buildings and other parts, which obviously we can't cover in this drive. But we came out of St. Philip to reach the airport first and touch the south coast as much as possible. this is a popular area for a food court, and look at it. You can't even get in there. So anywhere with a window to the sea seems to have been impacted the most. This is a popular spot on a Saturday evening to get food, and it's all underwater right now. Worthing is like a ghost town. Worthing Christchurch. This entire property is flooded. Wow. Obviously they moved their vehicles, and clearly the inside of those condos were flooded because the water is above the door. These properties to the left are on the seafront, so clearly we're on the south of Barbados, and this is where the island got the most damage. But unfortunately for those homes, it seems that they're flooded. That tree broke there just opposite Champa's restaurant, or as some people would say, Chompers. And this is the Accra beach. Wow, the water is really rough. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up some of it for you. This observer here is trying to record the sea, and it came in on him. There's no beach because the water is actually on the level of the car park. There's the water coming onto the car park. There's no beach, and you can hear the ocean roar. Look at those high waves out there. vehicle almost stuck. Minor panic attack there. The vehicle almost got stuck in the sand there. That would have been something. This piece of Highway 7 is called Rockley Road, but it quickly goes into Hastings. We're just in front of the Accra Beach Hotel right now. Lewis Drug Mart at Lewis Tower, Wine World and Bubba's. You can see the quality of the air, and the wind is strong out here. Turn in here and see if there's any damage. No damage in there to be seen. Nothing in there to be seen, but we can check the KFC. Oh, that road is impassable as well. That's a Defense Force vehicle. Wow, KFC took a hit. There's no way to get through here. The sand came right in to KFC. You can't even get through there. Wow. Look at all of that destruction out there in this construction site. If you look closely, you can see those waves are breaking above the level of this vehicle. This is the boardwalk. I think it's called the Richie Haynes boardwalk. And this is KFC's car park, and that's the drive-through ahead of you there. And all you can see is sand. The KFC car park is now geographically the beach. All of the sand has pushed itself beyond where the water is reaching, because what was the beach is now water, and what was driveway is now sand. It's a good thing the Hurricane Beryl went further south, because this is the effect of the outer bands of the hurricane, and this is not the actual hurricane hitting Barbados. So if the hurricane force bands existed off Barbados, and this is the after effects is what I mean. Imagine if the hurricane were just maybe 5 miles closer. We are going to leave KFC Beach, where there's a, I can't say massive cleanup, but some sort of cleanup happening. And this is remarkable. This is, oh, we can't turn there because the Defense Force vehicle has it all blocked off. But as they say, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Let's try from the other side. So we exit Hastings Main Road, turn up Browns Gap, and turn into this little back road, which most people don't know about, and drive through the back of the Lanterns Mall and see if we can capture it. As long as the police or the Defense Force don't stop us, we should be okay. This is Lanterns Mall, and don't want to go too close because the Defense Force is there, but there's a food container that is on the road. One of the trucks that sell food has been blown into the road, but otherwise the mall seems to be okay. So roving reporter D&J Drives is at Browns Gap, Christchurch, Barbados. So what we'll do at this point is, this is the building that was on the news where they left the scaffolding up as opposed to taking it down. What we'll do at this point is pause the video until we get to another place of interest so as not to bore you. What a difference 1 week can make. This is what is called the Hyatt site. This is where the Hyatt Hotel is supposed to be erected, and 1 week ago this was a site for the park and ride system for cricket, World Cup cricket. Everything was built and secured for the vehicles to park, and now look at it. Even the jetty is gone. The jetty there is underwater or broken up, the last bit of it. All of the paling fence is gone. And look at that rough water out there. D&J Drives reporting from the Hyatt site on the 1st of July 2024, on the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. We are rejoining from Bridgetown, where there are vessels in here. This is the careenage. There's the Chamberlain Bridge, and many observers are out here to have a look at this careenage. Of course, all of the buildings at the pierhead have been taken down, so you have a clear view. You can see the angry sea has come onto the road here. You can see all the debris. Based on video footage, all of this road was underwater at some point. We can see the evidence of it. And as time passes from the all clear, you see more people are coming out to do just what we are doing, to observe the damage. So we will end this little jaunt at the fisheries division, where there's much commotion because several boats have sunk. The fisher folk are now officially in crisis. One fisherman, he lost 3 vessels, and it's reported on the news that they have incurred millions of dollars in losses. One vessel is easily over $150,000. You can see the number of vehicles out here. That's because there's a lot of activity happening here at the Bridgetown port area. Many people are in mourning for the loss of their vessels. So the most damage seems to be in this area, where several vessels have sunk, including the famous Jolly Roger. So this is the sad moment for the fisher folk. You can see all of those vessels are grounded, damaged, if not under the water. So it's a sad day for Barbados, but thankfully there have been no reports of loss of life. You can see people are very distraught. It's really unfortunate. Just go down to the end and then end the video on a sad note, but this is sort of documenting history in years to come. Many Barbadians will look back at this time as they do for a much worse event, Hurricane Janet. There you can see the Bridgetown Public Market. You can see all of the police vehicles are in there. To the left, many spectators, fire trucks. This is just a horrible sight. And the sad thing about these vessels is that it's difficult to get them insured, and it's difficult to get financing because a vessel can be taken anywhere in the world. So many of these fisher folk, they obtain financing by saving or from family members or friends investing with them, and then they take a chance because they can't get it insured. This is the Pelican area, Princess Alice Highway, and if you look to the left of the camera, you will see waves are still breaking. And this road has much debris. All of this work was done recently to get this area ready for the World Cup cricket, and now it's just in one go dirty. So we sign off here at the end of the Princess Alice Highway at 4:31 on the 1st of July 2024. This is D&J Drive saying goodbye. Thanks for spending this last hour with us, and you can feel free to share this video with anyone who's interested in what happened in Barbados with Hurricane Beryl. Thank you.